Hey guys, I want to show you our cannolis. Cannolis are one of the few things we don't make in-house. We buy the two major components already made and we just put them together. It's very simple. I still want to walk you through the process though. These are the shells. They're made by mixing flour and sugar and water with a little bit of wine. Generally it's a Marsala wine, can be a white wine. I've seen recipes with red wine. But in any case, you make a little flour, you roll it flat, and then you cut it into circles, and the circles are wrapped around metal tubes. And then the whole tube with the pastry around it is dunked into extra virgin olive oil and fried. And you can see it sort of busts open and it creates these little pot marks where the steam from the wine exploded out. And it creates these cute little shells. Then we make the cream. The cream is made with ricotta cheese, which is the same cheese you'd find in Ciccabella pizza, only it's been whipped so that it's much finer grained. And then they add confectioner's sugar to it. It's very sweet. And usually a little bit of other flavoring, either some cinnamon, some vanilla, perhaps some Machello, walnut liqueur, some other types of liqueurs are added to it. And finally it's finished with a little bit of chocolate chips. So all we have to do here is we just have to cut open this bag. Now these bags come frozen to us. And we just put them in a refrigerator and let them thaw out in there. And then I just squeeze one end, just like I would any pastry bag. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut off the other end. When you're cutting off the end, be aware that if you cut too far back, if I make the hole too big, then I won't be able to get this in the tube. So I want to cut off just a little bit of the end so I can shove this down the tube. Just the right amount. That takes a little bit of practice to get to know the right amount. You don't want the hole to be so small that you can't squeeze, nor so big that you can't get it in. So I think that's about right. Okay, let's see, I'm going to take a shell now. I'm going to line this little container now, and I'm just going to go ahead now and I'm going to stuff my shell. Just to about that point. Okay, I'll go on the other side and I do the same. You can see, shove it in, and that's it. Now I'm just going to lay these in here. I like to do these about a day ahead. At least a half a day ahead. If you serve them right now, where I just took the shells out of their container, the shells themselves are a little chalky in the mouth. They're a little dry. So they actually get a little soggy sitting in here, and that's the way they're generally served. That's the best way to have them. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill up one more. Now, I wouldn't generally plate this up. At this point, I'd let it sit, but let's go ahead and plate one now just to show you. Now, when we're doing it in a to-go container, what I like to do is just take a little dollop of cream and just put it in the center of the container there. And I do the same if I'm doing it on a plate. And the reason for that is otherwise this is going to roll all around the container or the plate. So I just put it on there and that makes it stick. Then I just take some powdered sugar for a little presentation and a little cocoa, not much cocoa, just a little bit. The same for the to-go container. A little powdered sugar, a little cocoa, and that's it. Now these I'm just going to store in the fridge for a day or so. Thanks, guys.